The 2017 Mazda 6. If you are looking for an affordable mid-size sedan that's not entirely luxury, but is still an awful lot of fun to drive, you are looking at it, and I also think this is the best mid-size sedan on sale today. I'm Jay, and welcome to this latest episode of CarBuzz Unboxing Reviews, and what I have for you today is, yes, the third generation Mazda 6. And like I said, this is my favorite mid-size sedan that you can buy that's not considered a luxury one. But I also want to thank DGDG.com for letting CarBuzz come on down and film today. So just to give you some brief Mazda 6 history, the first generation model launched back in 2002, and the one you're looking at now is the third generation model that hit the market for 2013. Now for 2016, it received a midlife update, and for 2017, what's really impressive is that Mazda wasn't done. They still did a few small improvements just to perfect this sedan. And this is, of course, a midsize sedan. It is the largest sedan that Mazda makes. If you want something smaller, there is the Mazda 3, which is classified as a compact sedan. But just take a look at this interior design here. Yes, I think this is just utterly fantastic. The build quality, the fit and finish, the overall materials are just above and beyond what I think Mazda even had to do. And I think Mazda really set a new benchmark here. But let's start off the engine here so that you can give that a listen. Okay, what you just heard was a 2.5-liter inline-four with 184 horsepower and 185 pound-feet of torque. It's paired to a 6-speed automatic transmission with paddle shifters, which sends power to the front wheels only. There is no all-wheel drive option here. Now, there are 3 trims available for the Mazda 6, the Sport, Touring, and Grand Touring. And the one you're looking at right now is the Grand Touring, which is the top trim. And when I get to pricing, it's kind of hard to believe that this is the top trim because it is one hell of a bargain. Now, again, this is the only engine on offer here. And in the Sport and Touring versions or trims, you can get a 6-speed manual. However, that 6-speed manual is not offered in this one, the Grand Touring, which I don't know, I think is kind of a shame. But look at this exterior styling. Now, this is called painted rather Sonic Silver Metallic, and yeah, the overall styling theme here is the latest version of Mazda's what they call Kodo design language. It's just stunning. I love these 19-inch alloy wheels. Yeah, these dual exhaust tips with bright outlets. Take a look and you'll notice there's a rear lip spoiler there as well. Now, compared to other midsize sedans in this class, for example, you have the Kia Optima, which I really like, the Ford Fusion, another fantastic car. I still think this Mazda 6 looks even better. Now, I also like to say that Mazda has really sort of become the Alfa Romeo of Japan, and I even mentioned this to their design chief in a recent interview, and he's like, exactly, that is what we want to become, the Alfa Romeo of Japan, in terms of sexy styling, that zoom driving personality, and just being different than from the rest of the pack. And this latest Mazda 6 is just more proof of that. I mean, I just like the little details here. Look at that chrome strip right above the license plate there, connecting the two LED taillights there. And I also like this wheel design. It's simple, it's a little understated as well, but it works really, really well here. Now, this car also has LED headlights and an adaptive front lighting system, LED fog lights, LED combination taillights, and LED lighting signature grille. It also comes with a power sunroof, and as I already mentioned, the rear lip spoiler. Now, under the hood, like I said, here's that 2.5-liter four-banger. And yes, this is the only engine on offer, which is not a bad thing. I mean, would I like to see a V6? Yeah, maybe, but it's not a Turbo 4, which is basically what Ford is doing with the Fusion these days. So performance, you're going to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 7 seconds. Top speed is electronically limited to 130 miles per hour. Fuel economy, 27 miles per gallon in the city, 35 on the highway, and a combined 30. And the total weight of the car is about 3,360 pounds. So let's step inside here. Yeah, that is black Napa leather. It's part of the GT Premium package, which costs an extra $2,500. I think it's totally worth it. In addition to that Napa leather, you get heated rear seats, a heated steering wheel with stitching, a black headliner, bright finish interior trim, and a shifter LED accent lighting. And yes, these are plastics here throughout, but they're not any of those like hard, cheap plastics whatsoever. It's all soft touch plastics, and it's very premium feeling. Rear seat space, yeah, it's fairly spacious. Would I like it if the rear seats had a little bit more legroom? Yes. Do I think a couple of adults back there, if they're professional NBA players, will be a little snug? Perhaps, but I think for most people, the rear seat space is just fine. And again, heated rear seats. That's awesome. In a car that, well, you'll see the pricing in a few minutes. Again, it's one hell of a bargain. Oh, and this interior. Now, when this generation Mazda 6 came out for 2013, I thought the interior design was nice, but a little plain. But for 2016, Mazda updated the interior. In fact, they just pretty much redesigned the dash, and it's a lot better now. And for 2017, they improved it even more. See that steering wheel there? That is the same steering wheel that's found in the new Mazda CX-9 3-row crossover. And even the touchscreen that you see there, it's 7-inch color touchscreen unit with Mazda Connect. They even improved the colors for it for 2017 as well, just to make that clarity even better. You see you got dual zone automatic climate control. And yeah, 6-speed automatic. Would it be nice to have a manual? Yeah, it would. Would I prefer to maybe go for the sport or the mid-range touring trim just to have the manual? I would strongly consider it, yeah. But I like the styling here. It's simple, it's straightforward, it's kind of luxury, but it's also very sporty too. And the steering wheel itself has excellent grip. Now take a look at this touchscreen here. Again, this is what they call Mazda Connect. Its infotainment system, just like in BMWs with their iDrive system, it can be controlled on the center console with a rotary dial. But just look at how clear the colors are here. This is really, really nice. Now, other standard features that you get in this Grand Touring, you have an 8-way power driver's seat with lumbar, driver's seat with memory, 6-way power passenger front seat, Bluetooth, rear view camera. It's just an overall complete package. And I know for a fact when people have seen this Mazda 6, it's a car that they were aware that existed, but they may not have really spent a whole lot of time even checking it out or driving it. And that's what I hope for more people to become aware of, because I think Mazda is one of the best all-around automakers today. In fact, it's still independent. It does not have a parent company. For example, Ford used to own 20% of Mazda, but Ford sold it off and Mazda essentially bought it back. So now Mazda is totally independent. That means it can do what it wants, and the results are just great. So let's talk safety here. Now, this is good. It earned 5 out of 5 stars and a crash test rating from the U.S. government. Now, other standard features that you get as a driver and front passenger airbags, front side impact airbags, side curtain airbags, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, cruise control, stability control, and traction control, tire pressure monitoring system, ABS brakes with brake assist, automatic braking, smart city brake support, lane departure warning, lane keep assist, and 4-wheel disc brakes. So long list there, but yeah, a car I think today should come with a lot of stuff like that in terms of safety. It's very important. Now, this also comes with something called iActive Sense. Basically, it's a system that recognizes traffic signs such as speed limit signs, no entry signs, and stop signs too. Very impressive. And yeah, it would be cool to see a manual transmission there. I'm a big fan of the manual, and sadly, they're starting to become an endangered species. Let's say that. So how does this drive? Well, it has an independent front and rear suspension, and it features the I-ELOOP Regenerative Braking system. And basically what that does, it continuously recovers kinetic energy as the car decelerates and reuses it as electricity. And this therefore reduces the need for the engine to burn extra fuel in order to generate that electricity, and therefore improves fuel economy. Oh, I just love that front end styling there. Sort of that big grille theme going, which I really like. I like, again, more of that chrome surrounding the front grille as it is here between the two taillights. And Mazda really prides itself in being extremely driver focused. I'm sure you've seen those Mazda commercials today or in the past for that, that zoom that they always say. And yes, that is very accurate. With that 8-way power driver's seat there, it's literally impossible not to find a comfortable seating position. So what's some of the competition here? Well, this is very easy. For starters, you have the Chevrolet Malibu, as I already mentioned, the Ford Fusion, the Honda Accord, Toyota Camry, Hyundai Sonata, Kia Optima, Subaru Legacy, and the soon-to-be discontinued Chrysler 200. So yeah, it's a very crowded pack. It's very competitive. And of all those sedans I just listed, this is the one I would pick, the Mazda 6. In fact, I might even be willing to go down a notch in trim levels for, say, the mid-range touring, again, to get that 6-speed manual. Yeah, see what I mean? A little bit tight in the rear seat, knee and leg room there, but nothing too uncomfortable. See, yeah, heated rear seats. That is great. You're seeing that in more Audis and BMWs, and even then that costs quite a bit more. Here, it's part of a $2,500 package. Not bad. In cargo space, yeah, you get 15 cubic feet of cargo, which is more than accurate. Now, another really cool driving aid system that this car has, it's brand new for 2017. It's called G Vectoring Control. And it's basically an electronic system that helps the car turn into corners with greater confidence. A better translation of that is it reduces engine torque that noticeably induces load transfer to the front axle and thus improves steering response. And of course, 60/40 split folding rear seats. We see that in most new cars today. In fact, I think in every new car today. All right, so let's talk pricing here. Is one of the main things I keep coming back to here. Base price for the sport trim, the Mazda 6, $21,945. Now, our car, the top trim Grand Touring, it starts at, get this, $30,695. Now, this one came with, like I mentioned, $2,500 worth of options, that GT Premium package, plus an $835 destination fee. All told, grand total, $34,030. The average new car in the U.S. right now is about $33,000. So this is $1,000 over the average, and look what you're getting. A mid-sized sedan that's fun to drive, packed with luxury, heated rear seats, Napa leather. I don't see how you can go wrong here. And it looks stunning, especially this exterior. And you're also buying a car from an automaker that cares about driving. They have a passion for it. Like I said, Mazda has become the Alfa Romeo of Japan, and that is a compliment. So what do I like? Again, the car inside and out, it's literally luxury quality. The overall materials and fit and finish, they set a new benchmark for this segment. Now, what don't I like? Well, not much. Like I said, maybe the rear seat, it could be a little tight for some. And, I would like to see maybe a V6 or a Turbo 4 engine option instead of just that 2.5 liter inline-four, which is in a lot of other Mazdas today, including the CX-3, CX-5, and even the somewhat smaller Mazda 3. Translation, I think this car could use a little bit more horsepower. I'd like to see it get above 200. So I'm out of time for today, everyone. Thanks for watching. If you have any more questions for me, just leave them in the comment section below. And be sure to subscribe to the CarBuzz Unboxing YouTube channel. So until my next review, see you next time.